then we'll go through the presentation. I prepared just a little presentation. So what we are reading is chapter 5 from the book of Chico Xavier, Living Spring. In Portuguese, Fonte Viva. So, Can You Go is the title of this chapter. Come unto me. This is, so it comes from citations from the Bible, Matthew 11:28. The believer listens to the Master's invitation, receiving blessed consolation. The one responsible for the indoctrination repeats it to convey vibrations of spiritual comfort to the listeners. Everyone hears the words of Christ, which insist that the restless minds and tormented hearts seek his refreshing bosom. Thought if it is easy to hear and repeat the Lord's "Come unto me," how difficult it is to go to him. Here, the words of the Masters pour forth as a vitalizing balm. Nevertheless, the ties of immediate convenience are too strong. Beyond, one can feel the divine invitation amidst promise of renewal of the redemptive journey. Still, the prison of disencouragement isolates the spirit to resistant bars. Further, the call of the Upper Father softens the pain of a disillusioned soul, but the liberation from the impediments constituted by people and things, situations, and individual interest, apparently unavoidable, is almost impracticable. Jesus, our Savior, extends his loving and compassionate arms to us. With him, life will be enriched by imperishable values, and in the shadow of his celestial teachings, we will go to sanctifying work toward the universal homeland. All believers register his comforting calling, but rare are sufficiently valiant in faith to seek his companionship. In short, it is very sweet to hear, "Come unto me." Nevertheless, in truth, are you able to go? So, this is Emmanuel telling us or inciting us to reflect upon Jesus' call. So I'll just put it on my presentation. Can you see it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But?
No.
What? I should say share.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
Cadê minhas notes? Okay. Okay. Are we all good? Can you see it?
Yeah.
What's that?
All right, guys, don't forget to click on the 3 dots to do the full screen.
Make it better. Okay, so everybody can see the first screen. Come to me, by me, today, next. So, based on the book Living Spring by Emmanuel, psychographic by Chico Xavier, is it chapter 5?
Carmen, can I ask, are you recording?
No.
Can you record, please?
No,
Me.
it's
Yes, it is recording.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Reflections of Matthew on chapter 11, versicle 28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. So that's what's in the Bible. Well, it's Emmanuel telling us to think about what is Jesus telling us and how are we responding to it. So come to me. This is just a little interpretation of a different translation, maybe, of the citation. But in Matthew's 11, all versicles from 23 to 30, it's Jesus telling us that he is here to help us, that he's here to soften our burden and make our travel lighter and suave. So it invites us to go to him in case of trouble. Do you need help? I'm here to help. Are you in trouble? Come to me. So in this 28 versicle, Jesus says, come to me, all of you who are weary, and I will give you rest. So it is just a very specific topic. If you are weary, and I will give you rest. For us to understand what Jesus is telling us. The believers listen to the Master's invitation, receiving blessed consolation. Is to tell us that we are not alone, that we are here he's here to help us. Jesus invites us in a sincere and solicitous disposition of Jesus as a pure spirit who wishes to help his brothers and sisters. So Jesus really say, come to me, and is making himself available, and with a sincere wish of help brothers and sisters. So this statement presupposed an activity, voluntary and active, voluntary and trusting movement from the person that's receiving the invitation. So Jesus said, come to me, I'll make your burden softer or lighter. But it's expecting that there is a coming from the person that's being invited. Now, the question here is good to hear that, but are we reaching for the help that's available? What are we doing? How much trust and commitment do we have with our faith itself, even that we are seeking this help or this alleviate relief, yes, thanks. This relief that Jesus is offering. So I'll just put a question for you guys here. The question is, it's all well and good, but can we reach for help when we are overwhelmed with troubles? How hard it is when we are like sinking under problems. How do we reach? How do we remember that Jesus will help us? Anyone?
Can you repeat the question?
How can we reach for help when we are overwhelmed with troubles? It's so difficult that we can't even remember how to do it, because we are under enormous pressure.
It's a very broad question. Because you can look for the point of view of the spiritual point of view when you're overwhelmed, or like material, physical, like overwhelmed with like work, and then you think you need to tackle
No,
that.
It's overwhelming in the sense that you're sinking.
Ah,
And it doesn't matter which area, but you are thinking you are not well. How can you reach for help? Sometimes it's difficult, right?
yeah. You just, I guess, comes from that feeling that even though we feel that we are sinking, we have that feeling that we need to handle, we need to do it, and then instead of trying to find a help or reach for help, we kind of go more inside sometimes because we have that feeling that, oh, I have to cope with that, I should manage to do that. Like, I think sometimes we ended up
Thinking more.
yeah, or like thinking more like not the word I'm looking for. Sometimes we what do I want to say here? We don't allow ourselves to fail and think like we can handle everything.
Yes.
We cannot see that we have help around, and like sometimes not even the help itself, but just like the part of like speak about it or talk with someone to realize, like, to make that baggage a bit more lighter.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're so involved on those many conflicts that we cannot even do that because we think we need to handle, we need to do it. I think especially nowadays, that is more sometimes, like you have to perform, you have to do it, you should be able to do it, you have the tools. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
understand. Sorry, that's true for any situation.
Yeah, but I didn't answer your question. I just add more to the package there.
Yes, how can we reach?
Eu levantei a mão.
Okay,
Você não
sorry.
consegue ver.
No. Okay, Jackson wants to talk.
Então você tem que fechar o teu microfone.
Como é que eu fecho meu microfone?
Então o movimento é tu baixa e minimiza.
We can hear you, Jackson.
Yeah.
You
Sure.
can hear me
Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, I think the one of the approach that we can take is from the faith point of view. So I think it's a matter mainly of faith. The faith brings us calm, and then you can surrender and do what we are able to do, and surrender for those things that we are not able to do, and then put the faith in faith. And I think one of the examples, I think it's about St. Francis of Assisi. Once there is a story that he was it was cold and raining, and he was with a couple of associates, another with other brothers with him, and they knocked on the door and then asked for shelter, and it was denied. I don't know who you are, and sorry, and closed the door. So they were there outside on the rain, on the cold, and then he opened a big smile, like happy, and then the other person said, "How can you smile? How can you be so happy when we just lost our last resource?" He said, "Well, I am so happy because now I know we are on the hands of God." So that was faith.
Yes. But anyway, yes. What Emmanuel say here is that we need to build our trust in our relationship, let's put it this way, with Jesus daily. So that comes the question, and how difficult it is to build this relationship, not only the relationship, but the foundation of faith and commitment. Not only from our part to what Jesus is offering, and how difficult it is to go to Jesus. What is stopping us to do it? So I'll just open for a discussion here, because I put here a few questions. Why don't we trust? Because at the end of the day, it's nice to say, "Oh, okay, Jesus is there to help me," and but are we really trusting it? This offer? Do we really have faith on it? So what the things that we see as a problem is ties to immediate necessity. We are busy. We don't really know where to begin. We don't know where to go. We don't know what to do. Oops, sorry. Go back. Play this. So it's just an open discussion of what do you think we could do to build this this trust on this offering from Jesus. Well, now I'll just give you an example of what Emmanuel suggests is for us to build it every day, a solid foundation, a bond that we renovate every day, and that where we know that if we're happy, we build a bond when we're happy, and those strengths, strengths of relationship will help us when we are on troubled waters. So we every day for a little while, do we have our immediate necessities? Yes, we do. But where do we begin? We begin with small acts of faith, building a relationship. Anyone wants to comment anything?
I think in that sense is building a relationship with Jesus. I see it as the same way as build a new friendship with any other person. For example, and I speak for myself, I know Jesus is there, I have faith in him, but I cannot say that most of the time I'm really in good relation with him. Like sometimes I don't keep my prayers up to date, sometimes I really don't speak honestly with him, even though I know he knows my heart and everything that's inside me, but it's important for ourselves to acknowledge when we direct our prayers. And I think the same way with any friendship, if it's a friend that you always touch in and calling and checking in, how you doing, blah, 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 that friend is always checking you, doing the same thing towards you. So if we don't build that, even though, speaking for me, even though I know Jesus is there, he's there for me, he's going to help me. If I don't keep checking in as a good friend that I'm supposed to be, because what do you say? It's a via de mão dupla. It's a three of two ways now. It doesn't work like that in English.
Come again? Sorry?
Uma via de mão dupla. How to translate that in English?
2 ways.
2 ways, yeah. A 2 ways road.
Yeah, the 2 ways road. Even though he's there, he's just there waiting for us to reach for him. But do we really do the homework of really checking in with him, with our prayers, with take a breath in, and listen to what he has to say, listen to what nature is around us pointing out to do. The same way as any friendship, I think is most of the time is about us be aware that the help is there and reach for it, than the other way around.
Yeah, that's true, and that's exactly right. It's a building and strengthening a relationship where we are committed to that relationship and we are trusting and faithful to it. And so we know that one day when we're happy, we can go there and share our happiness, but when we are sad, we can go there and share our sadness. And we know that that relationship is there for us. So it's good to hear that to say the words of the master pour as a vitalizing balm. It means it comforts us when you hear that I'm here for you, come and I'll give you rest, I'll make your burden lighter. It's all nice to hear, but we must be capable to connect to the master in times of joy and then be able to connect in days of affliction to receive relief. That's what we'll just talk about. So how are we building this bond? And what are the things that move us away from our master, even when we know of his unconditional support? What are the things that we do to leave it? But I think we already discussed this, isn't it? And are we discouraged? Are we stopped by our life? Sometimes life gets in the way, life is busy. Are we stopped by our own interest? So,
Colleen, raise a hand.
sorry again?
Colleen, which is
Yes, Colleen. Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
Your turn. You can.
Thank you, Carmen. I am interested in the take by Emmanuel. He is a taskmaster.
He is.
He drove Chico Xavier crazy with his pushing and his prodding, and always impressing on him that life is hard. It is interesting that he stops when he shares the words of Jesus. He stops at verse 28. But verse 28 to 30 is most important. Can I read that for everyone?
Yes, please.
So 28 to 30 says, one moment, please. Oh, 11, sorry. "28 says, come to me, all of you who are tired from carrying heavy loads, and I will give you rest.
Yes.
Take my yoke and put it on you and learn from me, because I am gentle and humble in spirit, and you will find rest. For the yoke I will give you is easy, and the load I will put on you is light."
Yes.
So this is an important section. The verses are linked. He
Yes.
invites us to share the yoke. Yokes are for bullocks or for donkeys, but mainly for bullocks and carried. Yes, the yoke is in two parts. So it is meant for two people or two oxen.
Yes.
So Jesus is inviting us to share the same yoke, to walk with him, to walk through life with him, and to be in a position to learn from the way in which he walks. And he says that my burden is light. And it is a message to compare with other religions of the day. Other religions of the day made it difficult. and reinforced that mankind was evil and that we were unworthy and that we were sinful. Jesus came with a new message and says, if you walk with me, your burden will be light because you will know that you are loved. And this is important because it isn't about relationship building. It is about surrendering. And when we surrender, we sit in this gentle state of knowing that we are loved, but also that we will be assisted on our journey, that we will never be walking alone. So we are not to take the lead and build the relationship because we are joining with him to walk in step with him. And the message of Jesus is not about working hard. It is about recognizing love in all things. I am in the Father as you are in the Father, he says. And you will do great things just as I have done great things. But trust in me. But the trust is not in the Gospels. They are not saying, Jesus is not saying you must work hard, but you must surrender to love and see love being the motivation behind all things. This is why the yoke is light. The yoke is, does everyone understand the word yoke?
Right there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So the burden is not heavy. And this is why Emmanuel is such a hard taskmaster, because he uses this phrase, come unto me, but what are you doing about it? I have lived, as we have learned, that he has lived many lifetimes, and he worked hard, he played hard, and he struggled for many of his lifetimes. And I think he also, yes, emphasized this for Shiko as well. But I do see that this passage from the Bible is gentle and one that gives us great hope, because he says, come unto me, all you who are weary and who are burdened by life. When you have reached that rock bottom, surrender to me and I will embrace you in love.
Yeah.
And through love, you will learn how to embrace life.
Mm.
And the burden is released because all we need to do is to love. So this is an extraordinary passage. Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Colleen. That's exactly right. Any other comments? Nobody know another comment?
No more.
So, like you said, Jesus extends his loving and compassionate arms to us. So he is with us all the way, and he shares the burden with us. And this is from the chapter itself, from Emmanuel. All believers register his comforting calling. So everybody like to hear and the comforting calling, but the rare people are sufficient valiant in the faith to seek his companion. And that's the thing, isn't it? Is the trust and the, I'll say commitment, but is for you to respond to the call. Go to him. We must be committed to trust to our master. That's what it is. And we should always remember, we do not walk alone. So we know that we have that helping hand with us. Thank you. Any other comments?
Thank you, Carmen.
Thank you, Carmen.
Esse barulho. Tá? Não sleeping.
Oof, I forgot. I always forget the meditation thing. Oh my God. Sorry. So how I go back here, Jackson?
Recording.
Okay, I'm back here. Hello.
Ah, okay.
So do we have one, Jackson?